Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. In this video we're going to go over dollar yen as price is coming into a previous area of support and is finding support at the moment. So dollar yen has traded to the downside recently. We've been talking about the risk off in the market for the past sort of few days. We were talking about sort of your CAD yens, your euro yens, and things like that. However, dollar yen today has come into a previous structure high here and rebounded. So it asks the sort of question, will price start moving back to the upside now here? Now, from a fundamental point of view, it's hard to say because of all the uncertainty in the market. We also had ECB raising interest rates today by 50 basis points, and there's a lot of question marks going over what will central banks start to do next, especially the Fed going into next week. Some talk of potentially pausing rates now or hiking by 25 basis points. Now, dollar yen was coming into this support. Like I said, if I actually go to a weekly time frame and just zoom in a little bit, you can see that I've marked out the 32.75 level there. Now, if we look at it, prices push to the upside here. We can almost argue that there's some kind of developing inverse head and shoulders pattern, I should say. So you could kind of argue that there was a left shoulder in here. Okay, price drove to the downside, then rallied. Okay, now is there a potential right shoulder forming with overall targets being to the upside? Now, from a bigger picture point of view, we still expect dollar yen, or I still expect dollar yen to head higher, you know, just from a larger picture fundamental overview. Now, that's not really taking into account the sort of banking sector crisis going on at the moment globally. Okay, so with that being regarded as a potential problem for price to move higher, that could be the sticking point that doesn't see price head back towards the sort of 151 area, which is what I'm looking at in the market. Now, however, it doesn't mean we can't look for those long sort of opportunities, because we've got this rebound here off the 132.75, and I think if we get that daily close above it, so if we go into the daily time frame, I think if we get this daily close above it, we could see maybe a short-term move back up to the 134.50, or even potentially beyond that, back up towards the 200 moving average here, or the 137.75. That again would probably take some kind of fundamental catalyst to do that and be that driver. But you can see here, we've rejected it once, we've rejected it twice. It looks like we're rejecting it a third time. If I go to the 4-hour time frame and I just zoom out, you can see we kind of came towards these lows here, around about the 131.65, 131.50, and prices entered that zone and rebounded from that zone. So obviously buyers were willing to take prices higher from this previous low, and you can see there's quite a large bullish engulfing candle forming on the 4-hour time frame. So from a technical perspective, a move back up into the 134.50 doesn't seem too far off. So what we could be looking for is our lower time frame areas. So come to the hourly time frame. Now, what I usually like to look for is price to come back from where it sort of came from in order to look for a long opportunity. But we may not get that in this situation. We may not get price pulling all the way back down to that sort of 132 handle before seeing a continuation, although that is sort of ideally what I'd want to look for, sort of back in this zone here. Alternatively, we may just hold above this level here. So that 132.75, that level we spoke about before, we may just hold above that in terms of price may just come in and give a bit of a consolidation pattern. If we were to see a consolidation there, I'd be looking at a breakout opportunity then. So if price was to break out to the upside, we could then look for that move potentially up to the 134.50. You can see a little bit higher up, you've got the 135 handle as well. That could act as potential resistance or like a break and retest for further upside. So I like the 134.50 being sort of immediate targets just because of the current market conditions. I'm looking to see, however, if that daily close does close above this 132.75, because I think that's crucial to seeing price trade higher. A break back below, I think then we're starting to look at something different, maybe a move back down to the 130.75 handle. Hopefully that all made sense. If it did, leave this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel to see some more Forex trading content, and I'll speak to you in the next video.